Good afternoon, everyone. It's Mr. Montgomery again with another math lesson. Today, we're going to do math a little bit differently than we have been, but it's still going to be subtraction. So today, we're going to learn how to use subtraction when we're comparing two different things. So we're going to use these blocks up here to really figure out and understand how to do this. So first one, I'm just going to show you. You do not have to write anything. Okay, so if we have, let's just do a real simple one. If I color this block in red, and this one red, and this one red. Now, the important thing is when we're comparing two things, is that the first number that's going to go into our number sentence is going to be our bigger number. So how many red blocks do I have? I have 1, 2, 3. So I'm going to write 3. This is going to be my big number, number 3. And for blue, let me get my blue pen. We're just going to have 2 blocks. Okay, and make sure I have 2. 1, 2, and that's going to be our small number. So when we're comparing two things, we look at the big number, then the small number, and we're going to figure out how many more there are of the big number, or in this case, the red block. So how many more red blocks are there? I'm sure you're all looking at it saying, we already know there's one more, but if there's a really big number, we need to figure out what to do to solve this. So I'm going to get a different colored pen so we can see really good. So when we have two different things next to each other, we're going to pair them up. They're going to be friends. So this red block and blue block, they're going to be friends. So we'll make a little line. This red block is paired up with a blue block, so they're friends. They're holding hands. And this red block does not have anyone to hold hands with. There's no blue block here for it to hold hands with. So we count that red block to see how many. And as we see, there's 1. And we can just write the number 1. And then when we look back at our number sentence, 3 minus 2 equals 1. So 3 red blocks minus 2 blue blocks equals 1. That is the difference. There's one more red block than there are blue blocks. Okay, now that I cleared my page, you guys can do this one with me. Okay, so first let's pick a big number for the red blocks, because that's going to be our bigger number. Let's see, you know what? Go ahead with your pencil. Let's color in 4 red blocks. Color in 4. So you can go ahead and color them in with me. Got 3. Now you don't have to color them all the way because I know it takes a lot of time. Just color them in as best you can really quick. Okay, so we have our 4 red blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we're going to pick a number for our blue blocks. Let's see, let's just pick 2. Let's color in 2 blue blocks. Okay, just color them in real quick. Make sure you have just 2 blocks colored in. And so you guys can that's how you make sure you see what I'm doing really well. I'm going to change my color here. Okay, you guys should have everything written or colored in. So let's count our red blocks again real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now this is our big number. We have lots of red blocks. So that's going to be our first number. So write 4 in that first space. And now we have to count our blue blocks, which is our small number. So we have 1, 2. 2 blue blocks. Now let's make friends with the ones that are next to each other. So this red block has a friend. I'm going to draw a line. This red block has a friend too. We're going to draw a line. But these 2 red blocks do not have friends. Let's count those. 1, 2. Guess what? We found our answer. So it's a 1, 2. The difference is 2. There are 2 red blocks that do not have a friend. Circle that. So these 2 blue blocks or red blocks do not have any friends to hold hands with. So those are the ones we're counting. We have 1, 2, and that's what we wrote. Okay. So that was our first example problem that we did together so we can understand what we're doing. So when they say difference, this word right here, what they're really saying is subtract. So when we look for the difference, we are subtracting 2 numbers, and that's what we did right here. We took 4, and we had 2 taken away from 4, and that gave us 2. And we're using this picture to help us out. So let's do another one. Let's see if we have, let's do one more red block right there. So we're just going to color one more red block, and we'll keep the blue blocks the same. And first we write down our numbers. So first we need our big number. We're going to do this one first. Step 1, count the red. All right, count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 red blocks. That's our big number. Always write the big number first. Now we count our blue blocks. This is our second step. Step 2. Let's count them. 1, 2. So we have 2 blue blocks. So now, using all this information, we made a number sentence. So 5 minus 2. And we need to find the difference, which just means that we are subtracting. So let's make friend pairs right here. So this red block has a friend right there. This red block has a friend right there, and they're holding hands. But these do not have friends to hold hands. So we're going to count these blocks I'm circling right here. So let's count them. 1, 2, 3. And that's our answer. So we're going to write 3. So 3 red blocks is the difference. That's how many more red there are than blue. And then our number sentence says 5 minus 2 equals 3. And that makes sense because we have 5 red blocks that we counted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 2 blue blocks. 1, 2. We took the 2 away from 5, and that gave us 3. All right, we're just going to do one more together. Okay, so this time we're actually going to have even more red and blue blocks. So we're going to color in this last red block. You guys can go ahead and shade that in with your pencil. And then we're actually going to change the number of blue blocks. We'll have 3 blue blocks. Just shade that in real quick. So now that we have everything shaded in and colored in, we have all the information that we need. And what's the first number we write? Don't yell it out loud, but what is the first number we should write? We need the number for these red blocks. So let's count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So we have our number, 6 red blocks. Now we need the, let's see, what's our second number? Don't say it out loud, but think about it. The blue blocks. Let's count those. 1, 2, and 3. 3 blue. Now let's have friends hold hands. Okay, so this red block can hold hands. This red and blue block can hold hands. And this red and blue block can hold hands. Now we're going to count the ones that have no friends to hold hands with. Okay, so let's count them. 1, 2, and 3. So the difference is 3. So first we wrote our big number, which was 6. We had 6 red blocks. Then we wrote our smaller number, which was 3. We had 3 blue blocks. We had friends hold hands. And then we counted the ones that didn't have a friend hold hand with, and we had 3 red blocks. Okay. So now everyone please flip to the next page. All right, I'll give you guys another couple seconds. You should all have a page that looks like mine with the yellow frogs in a row and a row of green frogs right underneath. Okay, and this one we're going to do together. So first we're going to read the story, and we're going to make sure we listen for all the really important information. So Peggy draws 6 frogs. So we heard something really important, and that's the number 6. So make sure you circle that. Okay, next, Mike draws 3 frogs. We heard something else important. Let's make sure we circle it. How many more frogs does Peggy draw than Mike? So first, we're going to look at the big number, right? Which is these yellow frogs. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So first we write our big number, which is 6. Now we need our little number, which is the green frogs, right? So let's count these. 1, 2, 3. Let's write that number 3. And now we need to find the difference. So we need to have our friends hold hands. So this yellow frog has a friend right here. This yellow frog has a friend right here. And this yellow frog has a friend right here. How many frogs don't have friends? So let's count them. 1, 2, 3. So 3 frogs don't have friends. So that means that the difference is 3. Peggy was drawing 3 more frogs than Mike. Let's fill in this other number 3. 3 more frogs. That's our answer. So now I'm going to give you guys a minute, and I want you to try number 2 on your own. And in a minute, we're going to do it together. Make sure we all have the right answer. So I'll go ahead and I'll give you guys a minute. All right, I think everyone should be done right about now. So let's read this problem. Sue walks her dog 3 times. We heard an important piece of information. Let's circle that number 3. Julio walks his dog 1 time. That's also important. So we circle it. How many fewer walks does Julio take than Sue? Now they try to confuse you with these words, but we're still doing the same stuff. We're finding the difference, which means we are subtracting. So first we're going to look at the first row of dogs. We have 1, 2, and 3, just like this number we circled here, which was 3. So that's our big number. Let's write that first in our number sentence. Now let's look at our second row of dogs. Let's count them. 1. And that's the same number that we circled here, which is our second smaller number. So let's write 1. And now let's have our pair our friends up and have them hold hands. Here's 1 set of friends. And that's it. There's no one left to hold hands with. So let's count these dogs. 1 and 2. So 3 minus 1 equals 2. And that's our answer. Our answer is 2, and we're going to write it down here also. 2. So they ask us, how many fewer walks does Julio take than Sue? He took 2 less walks. Okay, now I would like everyone to go to the next page, do the whole page by yourself, and then also when you're done that, go to the very back and try that 4th page all by yourself too. And then when you're done, please put the paper on my desk, and so I can check it and make sure that everyone understands, what we're doing, and make sure that we're all doing it the right way. All right, go have fun, guys.